Well, hey Aquarius, I am humming your song from Hair. I'll try not to sing it, although I don't think I have a bad voice. But I'm doing relationship readings and I feel a little spring fever for you, my dear. Feels like the age of Aquarius. Pisces, visiting Aquarius for a few months here. A little revolution, little transformation. We just had our full moon in Libra, and so we're wondering what we learned in the past 6 months since the new moon. And then there's something about this eclipse happening with the new moon, the second new moon in Aquarius, but don't worry about all that. We're going to look at the cards and see what's going on with you. I'm going to start with the Brady Tarot to get a sense of what is this relationship about for Aquarius. It is a relationship of oppression. Don't worry, it's an 8 of arrows, it's an 8 of swords. So this is just a sensation of oppression. You know, where's your power, baby? You can fly away, right? So in an 8 of swords, you feel trapped. This is your mind. The arrows represent your mind. You are air, so you are one of our arrows. In this deck, it'd be arrows or swords. So this is a relationship that you have felt trapped in, picked on, oppressed in. And these blue jays are picking on a red-tailed hawk. So this is about knowing your power. Okay, let's see what's going on underneath. Ooh, altruism, 6 of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Look at that full moon. That's so Aquarian. You're the humanitarian here. I love that. Okay. So what's going on? It's about your power. And it's also, you might look at your altruism. I like this image. I'll show you again. So you probably already saw it, but there's this full moon and there's this magnificent rabbit with his foot with a snake, and the snake has got this long feather. It's a very I keep seeing hybridity lately in the cards, like seeing about how you're connected. We're remembering our interconnectedness right now. And so it's like you know that already because you're our leader, Aquarius. You always see things before the rest of the signs. And then everybody's like, well, you're crazy. But then they're like, oh, yeah, well, Aquarius was right. So I think that's what's happening here is that you're doing your thing and then you're getting picked on. And it's nice how it's coming in that you're staying in the fray, even though you could fly away. And you could probably, as a red-tailed hawk, you could probably kick the asses of these blue jays that are picking on you. But you're not. You're being very nonviolent in this image, wouldn't you say? And the blue jays are picking on you. So, no, you can fly away. We'll find out more about this. Oh, yeah, and so there's the invitation to flight up there. Those are awesome cards. Okay, let's ask some questions. So in this relationship where you feel oppressed, but where you're just being quite humanitarian and nonviolent despite all the cavilling critics. That was in something I read in grad school, primary source from the 17th century. Somebody complained about cavilling critics. Cavil. Why am I teaching you words, Aquarius? I don't know. Don't worry about those critics. It's almost kind of like a social media feel. And in there's all these relationships where we have to kind of walk through dissent. And I think Aquarians do that more than anybody. If you're these forward-thinking people that we think you to be. Okay, so we're going to ask what you need to release in this relationship situation. The Emperor. So you need to release. This guy represents structural power, authority. Also has the plan. So like, okay, recognition, or people like, it feels like victory, like being honored for being right. So you have to let go of that. Embrace. Six of Emotions. Embrace. This is a card of nostalgia, of inner child work. It's about remembering what you knew since you were a kid, about how magical and wonderful you are. That's coming up a lot in the collective. It came up in the full moon reading I just did. But this is also about undefended love. It's coming in like it's resonating with altruism here. A sense of generosity and abundance and unity and hybridity. Like it's like you knew that. You know that ahead of us. Embrace that. There's a past future feeling going on out there. And that's a part of what you know and what you embrace, even though you have to give up being the emperor, being the leader, to know that. You're kind of like remembering like, well, I've always been this magical little weirdo. Yeah. Embrace your inner weirdo is what that means, Aquarius. Okay. What you've learned in the past 6 months. Victory. You have learned victory. You've learned that people will recognize that you're right. You've had validation. So good. It's a fleeting feeling, victory. Okay. What does the tarot want you to know that's hidden from you? Whew. Something coming in fast. A Chariot. Look at that solar plexus power. It's like stampeding wild horses. There is something really powerful coming out of you, out of your will. That's fantastic. Ooh, and look at how she's connecting. She's like to all these horses. It's like energy's coming out of her hands. They're like her puppets. It's like, that's a lot of power. I think you have more power than you realize. Just kind of like, that's what this says too. So this is about know your power. Like you can fly off. You're a red-tailed hawk. These blue jays, screw them, right? Your altruism is keeping you here. Fly away. You're very powerful, and you don't need these ones to understand you. You don't need to be the emperor that all of the, like the base, the people that like authoritarian emperor type power, you don't need them. I don't know why it says that. They're just pests here. And I like blue jays because I love their feathers. In fact, I have a blue jay feather right here. So like it's a beautiful blue, isn't it? So I'm not like, it's not about that. But it is about that cavilling critic. That it feels like a social media, because arrows air, and it's like this Aquarian, age of Aquarius technology. Like we're communicating in all of these quick ways. And so there's a very contrary, slow, earthy knowing here to remember. It's very powerful. It's actually more powerful than the Emperor. That's what the Chariot card tells me. It's like, there's magic here. And there's magic in the readings lately, and I love it. Okay. What's the future for Aquarius? Yeah, Queen of the Law of Attraction, the sexiest queen of all, the Queen of Inspiration. Wow. There's her cat. She usually has a cat. Beautiful. There's the sun shining behind her. Fire. There's so much fire. So it's like you did recently get recognition, but let go of being the emperor. Remember, you're a weirdo and you lead us, and then we were like, that's a crazy idea, we're not doing that. But then ultimately, you're powerful, you're right, you're connected, you see, and this is what, so you get it again, you get recognition. And the queen of the law of attraction, it's coming in a lot in readings for me, and I'm having to deal with, like, I've never totally loved how that law of attraction gets articulated, because to me it usually feels like it's about getting money, getting crap, things, earthly recognition and power. And it's like, if people don't know what to look to manifest, I don't know, I get judgmental. So I've struggled with this, and I don't know if that makes any sense at all. But the idea of the law of attraction is that what I focus on, it will come in, it will be made real. And we can see that you're very, very powerful, and that you're not actually seeing that. And the tarot wants you to know that. And we see you in this power in the future. And so what you put your mind to, what you would put your attention towards, it will be so. So it keeps coming in readings, this Queen of Inspiration. She keeps telling us, don't forget to focus on the beautiful vision, the humanitarian ideal, this altruistic vision. So in a way, like, if people are treating you like this, like you feel oppressed, remember, focus instead on your altruism, like that you're bringing this beautiful gift. And it isn't easy, but if you focus on, like, your pity for yourself, and like, nobody, like, I once was recognized and now I'm not, like, if you get into a pity party, that becomes your focus, and that becomes more real. And that's exactly what an Eight of Swords, that oppression card is about in the tarot, is you don't have to see the world this way. You can actually fly away. So let's clarify the Emperor. Okay, so there's your community, emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment in your community, true, sweet, joyful, rainbow love. There's structural power. This is the Emperor and the Hierophant here in history, and the Lovers. Aha. Okay, it's just a choice. You have to choose between being happy in your heart and this recognition. Seeking this recognition and probably not even getting it from the powers that be. Okay? So that's what you're releasing. The choice is clear. Remember how weird you are, and wonderful and magical. So forget getting their approval, whoever they are. This is what this relationship is, one in which you want approval instead of getting picked on. Okay, there's a decision again. Choice. Interesting. Poverty, being left out, abandoned. Or, okay, I'm working really hard, I'm planting my seeds, I'm a good gardener, things will grow in time. It's like there's doubt, right? Are things going to grow? Remember what you know. Remember magic. So that there is this a very earthly magic that you're in touch with. So don't forget that. Okay, Aquarius? Your kid knew it. Remember what your kid knew. So the dilemma is feel left out and abandoned and alone and sorry for yourself, or trust, have faith, things will grow. Recently, you did get recognition. It felt great. It does. It feels great. It might have made you tempted to be like, the powers that be, they're going to accept my vision. Let's see. There was some deceit. Some ideas were stolen. Lying. That is over. It ended. Ooh, and you walked away. Wow. Good for you. It's a parting of ways. So the Six of Inspiration. I'm looking at the card. Her gesture to her head. It's on her head. It's almost like I feel like it's dramatic. So there's a kind of performative feeling here. Yeah, so in the past 6 months, something ended. It was good that it ended. And you walked away from something that was not going to fulfill you. And it wasn't easy. Like an Eight of Cups is, you really invested your heart, and then it didn't have the Ninth Cup. The wish fulfillment was not there, so you walked away from that. Somehow this is considered to be a victory that you walked away. Okay. What's hidden from you is the Chariot. All that power you don't realize you have. There's illusions, emotional choices, dilemmas, fantasies, and projections. That's hard to discern. You get confused. There's authenticity and happiness. Okay, let me get one more. The Sun, happiest card in the tarot. And then, ooh, Five of Swords. There's your thoughts. They're self-defeating. You win, but it doesn't feel good to win because everybody leaves you alone. No one wants to play with you anymore in that. But in this reading, it's actually coming in quite differently because each sword represents a truth. And what's happening is when you speak your truth, right? Like you're in your authentic, full self, that you remember what you knew when you were a kid. You're this magical, beautiful baby. You're a little weirdo. I hope you don't get hurt by that, Aquarius, because, I have Aquarius rising, so I identify with this feeling of a little bit. It's like where I aspire to. It's also where my North Node is, and I can feel like that's how I'm seen in the world. So I don't mean to insult you by having, and I totally approve of kids that are weirdos. So I was always one. So what I see is like your ideas, your truths leave you alone. But that doesn't mean that you're... So what ended back here was you used to hide the truth. You didn't, you kind of kept that, and that ended the world. And then, but there was something that you found victory in actually walking away from some kind of emotionally unfulfilling situation. So you quit hiding your truths. Now, when you use the truths, you doubt, you wonder, like, is this right? Everyone's leaving. I'm alone here. But it is authentic. It's the truth instead of this illusion that the Seven of Cups is representing. So standing alone with your truths and everybody walking away from them, that is not a comfortable experience. It's this. It's related to, like, they're not even arguing and picking on you. They just walk away. They're like, psh. So it doesn't feel good, but it's still very, very powerful. It's still, like, I think of Václav Havel, and he wrote this essay about the power of the powerless, and that the powerless, and he's talking about the Czechoslovakia before the Velvet Revolution, that there were certain individuals who were willing to risk being punished in order to be themselves. And what this did was it actually gave other people the ability to see that, well, okay, that guy's being true to himself, so I'm going to be true to myself. So it began this slow ripple of transformation. And that's what I'm thinking of here, that you having this integrity, carrying this message, whatever it is, don't focus on the people that are picking on you. Focus on the ones that want to make this strange union with you. This beautiful, earthy, real magic with you. And you may not even know who they are. You may not realize that people are seeing you because you're focusing on people walking away from you. And the lesson is you're you're actually affecting a whole herd of people. And it's very powerful. Your authenticity is very powerful. So when you give up illusion and you trust, you give up recognition by these blue jays, who the blue jays are. You may be alone, you may feel alone, but in fact, you're not. People see this, and it matters, and it changes the world. That's what we see in the future, this queen of inspiration. Okay. More, I did a personal reading for one of you, as you know, and I saw these choices in that reading too. Funny. Okay, Queen of Inspiration in your future. Wow, self-sovereignty. Beautiful. 9 of Pentacles. Totally trusting yourself right here. See, the bird is hooded. That means she looks to her inner truth. Beautiful. And she has faith in herself, and she stands with herself. There's you with your heart people. These are the people that get you and understand you. These are your friends. There's reconciliation. And it's beautiful. Justice, union, a 2 of Cups, a soulmate connection. Wow. Wow, Aquarius. Keep on being you. This is remember who you are, be true to who you are, express who you are. It makes the world that you want to live in the future. And it's beautiful. And it's you know what it is, right? Oh, I haven't looked at an underlying cards here. So in this deck, we just have a vision. So here's you looking out at the world with your vision. In this deck, woo, I'm glad I waited, because these are beautiful cards. The Empress herself, sovereignty, creativity. This is a very Aquarius, Earth, Mother mix, of space and the Earth Mother herself. Beautiful. And wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. This is a very beautiful reading for you, Aquarius. I'm happy for you. I didn't say this at the beginning, but I'll say it now. I'm growing this channel. I'm committed to this channel, and if you like it and you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. Comment. This helps my channel when you comment directly on it. And also, if you're interested in a personal reading, I will put my email here, so I will be happy to send you more information about getting a personal video reading from me, or whatever else you want to email me about. Of course, will be nice, right? All right. Have a great day. I look forward to hearing from you.